They say age slows you down, but what they don't tell you is which parts slow down first and what you can do about it. If you've ever stood at the bottom of a staircase, looked up and thought, I used to fly up these things, what happened? You're not alone. That creeping stiffness in the knees, the loss of power in your thighs, the shaky balance, it sneaks up, doesn't it? One day you're effortlessly running errands, and the next, you're gripping the handrail like your life depends on it. But here's the truth. It's not aging that's stealing your strength. It's the habits we stop doing that let it slip away. And if that made you sit up straighter just now, good, because today we're flipping the script. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 gentle, strength-building moves that you can start doing right now. No gym membership, no fancy equipment, no need to get down on the floor. These are moves designed for you. Simple, safe, and incredibly effective at rebuilding the strength that makes everyday life feel easier again, especially when it comes to climbing stairs, walking longer distances, or just standing up from a chair with more confidence. Let's get into it. Now, before we jump into the first move, let's talk about what really happens when our legs start to feel weak. See, after 60, we naturally begin to lose muscle mass, particularly in our thighs and glutes, which are the powerhouse muscles that help us lift, push, and stabilize. The problem is, most people think they need to take it easy as they get older. So they sit more, move less, and the cycle continues. Weak legs lead to less movement, which leads to even weaker legs. It's not your fault. It's just how we've been conditioned. But here's the kicker. Your legs won't be strong. They just need a little wake-up call. Let's start with a move that looks so simple. You might not believe how powerful it is until you feel it working. It's called a sit-to-stand. And chances are, you're already doing it a few times a day without realizing it. But now we're going to do it with intention. Here's how. Find a sturdy chair, ideally without wheels, and place it near a countertop or a table for balance if you need it. Sit toward the front edge, feet flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. Now, cross your arms over your chest or place them gently on your thighs. Lean forward just a little and push yourself up to a full standing position. Then slowly sit back down. That's it. The key is control. You don't want to plop back down. You want to lower yourself slowly, like you're resisting gravity. And if you can do just 5 of these rests, then do 5 more. You've already started activating your quads, glutes, and even your core. These are the muscles that help you lift yourself up a staircase, one strong step at a time. And the best part? You can do this move in the kitchen while waiting for your tea, in the living room during commercials, or anytime you have a moment to spare. All right, let's keep going. Because once you've got your sit-to-stand groove going, it's time to introduce a second move that builds on that foundation. This one is called the wall push-off. Now, you've probably done a wall push-up before, but we're going to modify it just a bit to target your glutes and calves. Here's what to do. Stand facing a wall with your arms extended out so your palms are flat against it, around shoulder height. Step your feet back a bit so your body is at a slight angle. Now bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall, just like a push-up. And then here's the twist. As you push back to the starting position, press into your toes and raise your heels off the ground. You're giving your calves a gentle lift while strengthening your upper body too. What does this do? Well, it improves your balance, strengthens the muscles that help you push off with each step, and gets your heart gently pumping. It's low impact, easy on the joints, and surprisingly effective. Some folks even like to hum their favorite tune while they do it. Keeps the rhythm going and makes it feel less like exercise and more like a little moving meditation. If your legs have been feeling wobbly or unreliable lately, these 2 moves alone can start reversing that trend. The important thing is consistency, not perfection. It's not about how many you do. It's about doing something every day and building from there. Because every time you stand with control or push yourself away from a wall with power, you're sending a message to your body. We're not done yet. We've got things to do, places to go, and maybe even a flight of stairs to conquer, with a little less fear and a whole lot more freedom. Let's keep that momentum going. Now that we've woken up those muscles with sit-to-stands and added a bit of energy with the wall push-off, it's time to take things a step further, literally. Have you ever noticed how a simple side step can feel more difficult than walking straight ahead? That's because we rarely move side to side in our daily lives. But when we neglect those side muscles, the ones around your hips, thighs, and lower back, we start to lose balance, stability, and that all-important confidence when climbing stairs or stepping over curbs. So let's introduce a movement that's gentle, controlled, and surprisingly fun once you get the hang of it. It's called a side step with support. You don't need any equipment, just a countertop or the back of a chair for balance. Stand tall, feet together. Hold onto the edge lightly with one hand. Now slowly take a step to your right, just a small step, and bring your left foot in to meet your right. Then reverse the move, stepping to your left. Take your time. Don't rush. Let your hips, glutes, and outer thighs do the work. This movement targets muscles that protect your knees and support your hips, both of which are crucial when lifting your body upstairs. Think of it as prepping your legs for those sideways, stabilizing motions that stairs often sneak in. And the added benefit? It subtly trains your balance. Every time you shift your weight from one leg to the other, your brain gets a little better at catching you if you stumble. That's no small thing after 60. Now, let's keep the momentum going with a move that might look simple, but it packs a punch in all the right places. This one's called the standing march. Before you picture a military drill, don't worry. We're keeping this one calm and controlled. Stand tall, maybe near the kitchen counter or something sturdy you can touch if needed. Now gently lift your right knee up as if you're taking a step forward, but stay in place. Then lower it and lift your left knee. It's just like marching in slow motion. What's happening here is a lot more than you think. First, your hip flexors, the muscles that lift your thighs, are getting stronger. These are the same muscles that pull your legs up when climbing stairs. Second, your lower abdominal muscles kick in to stabilize your core and keep your body upright. And third, you're asking your standing leg to support your whole body weight for a moment, just like it would on a staircase. Want to make it a bit more challenging as you get stronger? Hold each knee in the air for an extra second or two before switching. That little pause, it activates your balance reflexes, trains your posture, and builds strength all the way from your ankles to your belly. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That sounds great, but what if I can't lift my legs very high? That's perfectly fine. Even a few inches off the ground is enough to start. The goal isn't to look like a ballerina. It's to feel stable and strong in your own body, at your own pace. By the way, don't be surprised if you find yourself smiling during this one. There's something surprisingly uplifting about gentle, rhythmic movement. It's not just your legs getting stronger, it's your spirit waking up too. Now let's talk about something a little less flashy, but just as important, your ankles. We don't think about them much, do we? But if your ankles aren't flexible and strong, they can sabotage everything from your posture to your ability to push off each step. So here's a move called the heel and toe rock. You can do it standing or even sitting in a chair if you prefer. Let's start standing. Hold onto a sturdy surface. Then gently lift your heels so you're standing on your toes. Hold for a moment. Then slowly lower your heels and rock back onto them, lifting your toes off the floor. Back and forth, just like that. This does two things at once. Strengthens your calves and ankles and helps improve blood flow through your lower legs, which is great for anyone who's been sitting a lot. And for those of us who've had a few decades of standing, walking, and maybe a few falls along the way, stronger ankles can mean the difference between a stable step and a scary slip. What I love about this move is that it's the kind you can sneak into everyday life. Waiting for the kettle to boil, heel and toe rock. Brushing your teeth, heel and toe rock. It doesn't demand time, it just asks for a little attention. Now, by this point, you may already feel more awake in your legs, and that's a good thing. Don't worry if they feel a little tired. That's not weakness. It's your body adjusting to new signals. And those signals are saying, we're getting back in the game. You see, the most powerful thing you can do for your legs, whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, is remind them they still have work to do. Gentle. Consistent movement tells your body it's not time to retire from life. It's time to get back to living it fully. Because climbing stairs isn't just about legs. It's about freedom. It's about being able to visit a friend with a second-floor apartment, explore that museum you've always wanted to see, or simply carry your laundry upstairs without gripping the rail for dear life. These simple moves, they're not just exercises. They're tickets back to independence. By now, you've already begun to reconnect with your strength, not just physically, but mentally too. And that matters more than most people realize. Because the ability to climb stairs or walk confidently or stand tall isn't just about muscles. It's about mindset. When you believe in your body responds. That belief grows with every movement you make, no matter how small it seems. So, let's add one more gentle but deeply effective exercise into the mix. This one might surprise you because it doesn't look like much at first, but it has the power to reshape your entire approach to balance, strength, and stair climbing. It's called the mini lunge hold. And before you back away from the word lunge, don't worry, we're not doing anything dramatic. In fact, this move is all about control, stability, and building quiet power. Here's how it works. Stand with one foot about a stride's length in front of the other, like you're about to take a big step. Use a counter or sturdy chair nearby for balance. Now, bend your knees just slightly, lowering your back knee toward the floor, just an inch or two, not all the way, just a little, and hold that position for 5 seconds. Then slowly return to standing. That's 1 rep. It doesn't have to be deep to be effective. What this does is fire up your quads, hamstrings, and glutes in a way that mimics the motion of climbing stairs without the pressure of stepping up. It teaches your legs to move independently, building strength on both sides, which is crucial because real life isn't symmetrical. You might lead with one leg when going upstairs, but that doesn't mean your other leg gets to take the day off. The mini lunge hold makes sure both legs are pulling their weight, literally, and it's not just physical. Holding that gentle bend, even for a few seconds, reminds your brain that you're in control, that you can shift balance, engage, and recover. Start with 1 or 2 on each leg. Build up slowly. The goal isn't numbers, it's consistency. Now, while we're here in this flow, I want to talk about something people rarely mention in fitness videos, but it's a game changer, especially as we get older. Breath. Most people hold their breath when they move. They tighten up without realizing it, especially when lifting, stepping, or trying something new. But breath is your anchor. It's what keeps your muscles oxygenated and your brain calm. When you're doing any of these exercises, whether it's a sit to stand or a side step or a mini lunge, remember to breathe with the movement. Inhale as you prepare, exhale as you move. It's like a rhythm, a flow. Breath supports strength. It prevents tension from building up in your neck and shoulders. It keeps you grounded. You don't have to master it right away. Just notice it. Start by catching yourself when you hold your breath. Then gently remind yourself to let it go. And that brings us to one of the most overlooked but critical parts of regaining leg strength, engaging your core. Now, I know the word core gets thrown around a lot these days, but we're not talking about six-pack abs or doing crunches on the floor. What we mean here is this: learning how to keep your center engaged while your legs move, because your core is what holds you upright. It stabilizes you during every stair step, every sidewalk curb, every shift in weight. And without it, your legs are doing all the work alone. So let's finish this part with a gentle movement that brings it all together. It's a simple standing move called the core squeeze balance. Here's what to do. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Place your hands on your lower belly, just to feel the movement. Now gently lift 1 foot an inch off the ground. As you do, squeeze the muscles around your middle, not just your abs, but the sides of your waist and even your lower back. Imagine you're bracing your body like a tree trunk in the wind. Hold that position for 5 to 10 seconds, breathing steadily. Then switch legs. This tiny lift and that quiet squeeze is like turning on your inner stability system. It teaches your brain how to support movement with balance and coordination. And it brings together all the pieces we've been building. Strong thighs, mobile ankles, flexible hips, steady breath, and now a solid center. And here's the most empowering part. You don't need perfect form. You just need to show up. Every day you choose to move is a message to your body that you're still in the game. That life isn't something happening to you. It's something you're still actively shaping, one step, one breath, one gentle squeeze at a time. So many people let go of their strength without even realizing it. They assume it's just part of aging. But you're not going down that road, because you're learning that strength can be rebuilt, slowly, gently, on your own terms. And with these movements, you're not just strengthening your legs, you're rewriting the story your body tells you. The story that says you can still move freely, still climb stairs without fear, still dance in the kitchen, or step into the garden with ease. Because strength isn't about lifting heavy things. It's about lifting yourself and knowing you can. So here we are, standing at the top of the staircase together, so to speak. And I hope you're feeling just a little more connected to your body than you were when we started. Maybe your legs feel a bit more awake. Maybe your posture is taller, or maybe you're just thinking, I can actually do this. And you can. Truly, these gentle strength moves we've covered, they're not some miracle fix, and they're not going to turn back the clock overnight, but they're a turning point. A quiet, powerful shift from I'm slowing down to I'm building up again. Because every time you practice your sit to stand with control, you're telling your thighs and hips they still matter. Every time you lift your knee in a slow, steady march, or step to the side with care, you're reclaiming muscles that were starting to fade from disuse. You're rebuilding the foundation that carries you upstairs, across rooms, through days filled with errands, hobbies, and grandkid chasing. And most importantly, you're showing yourself something that too many people forget after 60. You're not done getting stronger. The beauty of these movements is that they meet you where you are. You don't have to be flexible. You don't need perfect balance. You don't even have to break a sweat. You just need to be willing to try. And when you do, day after day, even just a little, you'll notice changes that go far beyond stronger legs. You'll find in the way you walk more confidently into a store, the way you don't hesitate when reaching for something on a high shelf, or the way climbing the stairs starts to feel less like a mountain and more like a gentle hill. Progress sneaks up on you. One moment you're wobbling during a balance hold, and the next, you're standing tall like it's second nature. That's how strength works. Quietly, consistently, and always on your terms. Now, here's the part that makes it stick. Routine. I don't mean scheduling your day down to the minute. I mean carving out just 5 or 10 minutes every day, or even every other day, to check in with your body. Maybe it's while the coffee brews. Maybe it's in the evening before dinner. Find a moment that's yours, a moment to say, this is for me. And remember, small steps are still steps. If you do 3 sit-to-stands today and 4 tomorrow, that's growth. If you hold your balance for 5 seconds today and 7 next week, that's progress. Don't let anyone tell you it's not enough, because enough is whatever keeps you moving forward. Also, if you find yourself skipping a day or even a week, don't beat yourself up. This isn't about perfection. It's about resilience. You're human. Life happens. What matters most is that you come back, that you say, I'm ready to start again. And every time you do, your body says, welcome back. Let's pick up where we left off. Now, before we wrap up, I want to pause for a second right here and take a deep breath in. Go ahead, in through the nose and out through the mouth. That breath, that's your reminder. You're alive. You're capable. You're still in the game. And if these past few minutes have shown you anything, I hope it's this. You are stronger than you think. Strength doesn't come from lifting heavy things. It comes from showing up for yourself again and again with kindness, patience, and just a little bit of courage. So wherever you are today, whether you're recovering from a fall, managing arthritis, or just try to stay active in a world that wants to keep you seated, know this: every small effort you make is worth it. Every gentle move, every deep breath, every single attempt is a step toward a better, more independent you. And if no one has told you lately, let me say it now. I'm proud of you, not because you finished a video, but because you chose to keep trying. And that choice, that's where the real strength lives. So, if today's video helped you feel more hopeful, more informed, or just more seen, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Share what's working for you, or even what you're struggling with, because chances are someone else is feeling the exact same way, and your words might be the encouragement they need to keep going. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building a space here, a community, where aging is something to be embraced, not feared, where we learn, grow, and move forward together, one step at a time. Here's to building strength gently, aging boldly, and showing the world that your best steps are still ahead. Take care of yourself, keep moving, and remember, you've got this.